Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah James, and this is Abundant Possibilities. And I am reading out of the book of Knowing and Worth. This is channeled by Paul Selig, if you haven't joined me before. And if you have joined me, then you know that I'm on day 12. This is the demonstration of love, day 12, in the book of Knowing and Worth. And yeah, I just wanted to say welcome to the channel before I start reading. I know a lot of things are going on right now with the election counts and just everything. We are so divided as a nation, it seems, and it's just a beautiful time to get these messages from the guides. These are messages that are here for humankind, to help us elevate, to help us with our ascension, to help us know who we are, what we are, how we serve, how we're all connected. So this is my privilege to read these books. They have touched my life in so many ways, and I have read all of them. And yeah, I just think that they're a beautiful message. So I've been reading these out loud because it's my duty to share the word and share in how we can rise together, rise together. That's the key thing, is rising together. One man on the mountaintop is just a man on the mountaintop. But if we can all do it together, then that would be amazing. So I'm going to read the Demonstration of Love, Day 12. And this is channeled by Paul Selig. So here you go. We will teach. We will talk about love and responsibility and what you give to yourself when you believe you are worthy of love. The changes that you are undergoing now as you engage with this text are on two levels. Your own consciousness is acclimating to the information we offer you, and the vibratory field that you stand in is engaging with your changes and realigning itself to a new possibility. As you expand your choices in the new worth you are claiming, you align to a new possibility, that the man that you are, that the woman that you are, is capable of great love. Now, what does this mean? To be capable of great love means that you can have it to offer another, that you can be the vehicle for it and the transmitter of the frequency of love. Now, the grounding that we are offering you now to bring you into accordance with love, I know who I am, I know what I am, I know how I serve, is an energetic shift in the frequency you hold that brings you into a foundation of material form that can be amplified as an expression of the divine. And the aspect of the divine that we are working with today is love incarnate. Love as you, and the responsibility that you hold as the lover to all that you see before you. Now, Paul is getting in the way. We have been taught love incarnate. Perhaps you have, but you are not demonstrating it. So we have to prepare a class in the demonstration of love. And we will call that the title of this chapter, the demonstration of love. Now, when we speak of love, we encounter resistance from Paul, who still thinks that love is something that is unattainable, or an ideal that is a wonderful thing to speak of, but has no foundation in truth in his own experience. Of course, that is not so. And the first thing we have to do with each of you is define what you mean by love. When you say that you are in love, you are in a frequency, a divine frequency that will lift you to an expression of love in all that you encounter. When you are not in love and not in accord with that vibration, your experience reflects that, and you offer yourself to a life without this alignment. Now, as you align to love, to be expressed as love, and consequently to demonstrate your consciousness in love, you are offering yourself to the world, and we will emphasize this. You are offering yourself to the world. You are not offering yourself to your best friend or the person you have always said hello to in what you would claim to be a loving way. You are offering yourself to the world as the energized aspect with the Creator in accord with love. Now, the frequency that you hold today has been prepared for this work, and we will express this again. The frequency you hold today has been prepared for this work by your prior engagement with the work we had gifted you with thus far. So as you claim your worth, I know who I am, what I am, how I serve, and you honor it, you claim the possibility that you may move into accord with divine love as your expression. Now, the responsibility you each hold is to realize, once and for all, that love is not a personality construct, nor is it special to be handled to the special, or to be handed to the special. It is the action of the Creator working as and through you in His own dominion, honoring all that He sees before Him as a creation worthy of love. Now, what is not worthy of love? If you ask yourself this, what is not worthy of love? You will discover very quickly the things that you put outside of God. And what you put outside of God, you give great power to. Because those very things you put outside of God keep you outside of God in your experience. Do you understand this? When you decide that someone is not worthy of the kingdom, you have decided that you are with them on the rock you placed them on in isolation. You call yourself to that very thing you wish to not be expressed as, through your judgment and your fear. So the first thing we will do with you now is to make a decision that there will be nothing outside of God. And consequently, there will be nothing outside of God's love. Nothing you can imagine, nothing you have endured, nothing you have believed to be bad can be outside of God's love, because God is all things, expressing in different ways. And as you align to this new possibility, you can move in accord with the frequency of love in a new way. If you wish now, take a piece of paper and write a list of all the things that you would keep outside of God, that you feel too good for, that you blame for this or that can never be forgiven or condoned. When you make this list, please ask yourself why you believe the things you do, who taught you these things, and why you create from them. When you live in a culture that abandons their young because they have no parents or they are the wrong sex, you are operating from a fundamental wrong-mindedness. And there are cultures, indeed, that will perpetuate that behavior. Because it has been perpetuated does not make it a real thing, a true thing. It is a misalignment of value that many have accepted to be so. In your culture, you have many things that you decide cannot be of God, and those things that you claim outside of God are, in many ways, your master. Because as you adhere to the belief that they cannot be in union with the divine, that they cannot be accepted in the divine, in love and in vibration of love, you keep yourself from it as well. Now, this is not a revolutionary teaching, but it is what keeps many of you on the side of the road while the parade walks by. And you sit there in a kind of self-satisfaction that you are right to hold your beliefs, and if others don't, they may go their own way. Well, we will tell you this. Where they are going, without the judgment that they hold, is to a higher place, and you are welcome to join them, but not until you realize that love, as we say, is not exclusive, is not for the special, nor is it for those you decide to be in love with. And we say in love, not in a romantic sense, but in the true sense. As you are the expression of love, you are the conduit of love. Love flows through you and expresses itself to all you see before you. Now here we go. On this day, I choose to realign my vibration to the highest expression of love that I may hold. And I give myself permission to release any and all judgment of what cannot be loved, who cannot be loved, and I allow myself to accept my former choices as born in what I believed. And I relinquish the beliefs that have held me in abeyance so I may rise to a new understanding of love and express as love in truth and knowing. As I say this, I know it is true. I am claiming my power back from any expressions of value that are not in alignment to love, and I give myself permission to reclaim myself as the expression of God in love that I am intended to be. I am word through this intention. Word, I am word. Whew, that's a nice one to say. I'll put that down at the bottom because that's a powerful, I can feel that energy there. I'll put that down at the bottom and you can see it for yourself and read it whenever. Paul is feeling this energy shift as he claims this, and we expect that you will feel the same as you align to this decree. To be in your honor is to be in your integrity. You do not denounce another from a place of judgment. You do not denounce another from a place of self-righteousness. You have no right, we will say, to hold yourself above another in any way, and as you do, you release yourself from the promise of being demonstrated as love. Now, when you stand in your knowing, I know who I am, I know what I am, I know how I serve, you have created a path. And as we walk you down this path, we want you to see the creations you have made that guides the way on each side. What do I claim here? Where am I not in my worth here? These are the signs, these are the sights that show themselves as you walk forward, and they are never shown to keep you in place, but as an opportunity to grow and move forward in your awareness of your worth. When you see something on the path that does not feel in congruence with the vibration of love, when you fear it, when you demand it gone, we will ask you to do this. Claim it in word. I am word through this thing I see before me. I am word through this old belief system. I am word through this fear I see that I believe I will overtake me. As you claim the power of the word in all of these manifestations on the path, you align them to the Christ. They become reborn, as do you. And they become your invitation to continue forward. How you choose to attend to each obstacle that presents itself on the road will be an operation of your consciousness at the level you have attained. The day when you no longer act upon an old fear, the day that you realize that your neighbor is your love and not your enemy, the day that you decide that the only thing that hampers you on the road before you is the illusion of separation, you create a new way of being yourself as love. Now, the demonstration of love as you is a frequency that you are in alignment with. The alignment of this frequency is something that may be expressed as you in ways that you may not know. I am word through my body sets the intention that the physical body is in accordance with the word. I am love through my body sets the intention that the vibration of love is in accord with you and may be expressed in your physical self. I am love through my vibration. I am love through my knowing of myself as word. We have claimed we'll align your physical body, your vibrational field, and your identity to the frequency of love. As you stand in this vibration, you must demonstrate it. And to do this, you need to give yourself permission to dismantle those creations that have been used to stand in the way of your expression as love. So I know for me, like starting this YouTube channel, and it's still a work in progress. I'm still working on what I want it to be, and this is the first step in many ways, is just getting over the fear of putting myself out there. You know, it's that belief that, well, you know, I can get hurt if I put myself out there. Somebody might say something negative if I put myself out there. Somebody might condemn me. And, you know, it's almost like that, like Salem witch trials that happen, and then people are still holding on to, you know, past life fears that's not even theirs. People can say things all they want that has nothing to do with me. I know that I am here to shine the light for others to see. I know that I am here to be in my full expression, and that's the thing that I can do. So starting this channel in many ways was my fear of getting over all that stuff, of all those old belief systems, and just doing it without the need of it being perfect, without the need of, you know, needing to know exactly what I was going to do. It's just more about getting through that old fear that somehow I was not safe in who I was. So, yeah, just if you have a dream to do something, if you have an urge to do something and there's that fear, then address what that fear is, write it out. For me, it helps to address it, to acknowledge it and give it love, and then just gently walk with it, walk through it in some way. But it's there, that always pops up. We're in this human experience, and it's beautiful, but it can be a big challenge for me and for a lot of other people. So I'll just read that little section again, and then I'll keep going. As you stand in this vibration, you must demonstrate it. And as you do this, you need to give yourself permission to dismantle those creations that have been used to stand in the way of your expression as love. Now, why would anyone create an expression to oppose the vibration of love? Why would you build a house and shield yourself from love? Well, you do this because you have been taught that it is not safe to allow others close. You have done this because you have had experiences that proved that to be true. And as you create a wall between yourself and your fellows, you preclude them from expressing themselves as love to you, and vice versa. As you realize what we teach, and by realize we mean know in your expression, you may understand that the invitation of others to be loved, to be seen in love, will amplify your consciousness in ways that you may know and demonstrate. As you walk on your path today, we would like you to take a moment and to see each one before you, each one you pass on the street, in a store, in a library, in a park, as worthy of the love of the Creator, regardless of what they have done, believed themselves to have done, or known. As you do this, you impart yourself the same gift. I am worthy of love. And as you demonstrate the consciousness of love, I see all before me in love. I am in alignment to love, and I see love in all things before me. That's powerful. I've done this before, guys. It raises your vibration. It just connects you in this loving, beautiful energy. Try it. Go out in the street and just stand there, not in the middle of the street, but just go out in public, to a public place, especially right now, especially when we're so divided as a nation, especially when there's so many that are in this us against them and them against us, and you don't believe. Just go out there. If you happen to see the news, just put that out there. I see everyone in love. I am worthy of love. I see all before me in love. I am in alignment to love, and I see love in all things before me. Try it. It's amazing. You become an expression of love. The actions that you take are in accord with love, and love becomes your vibration. Now, the song that you sing as love in your consciousness is magnificent and will be heard by many on inner planes. The love that you express and demonstrate in your life will be witnessed by many in the ways that are appropriate to know, and you will be gifted in response because love is its own reward. Now, Paul is asking, is it so easy, really, to be loved, to be expressed as love? Am I allowed to do this, or will I keep disappointed by my walk, by my witnessing? We will offer you this, Paul. You have as much right to love as any man, and there is no man who is unworthy of the gift of the Creator. The exercise that we are giving you is to show you that this is so in your expression. If you are walking down the path and you see someone you would withhold love from, why are you frightened? What was your teaching, and how does it benefit you? Is it worth holding on to if it keeps you a prisoner? If it keeps you from love? If it is not, and we will tell you it never is, you may thank the old expression, it was created at a time when it was necessary for you, or imparted to you as a way to keep you safe in a way that is no longer needed today. And you accept the thing before you in love as having a right to be loved. That is the first step. When you believe that everything has a right to be loved, from the lowest creature to the highest, from the imbecile to the sage, from the young man to the old, you will witness yourself in love, and the sight that you behold will be the sight of the Christ. And we will say this again, the sight that you behold will be the eyes of Christ. When you witnessed all before you with the eyes of Christ, which is in love, the mastery that you will hold will carry you to your next teaching. And we will say this many times. As you learn a lesson, as you create yourself anew, you offer yourself the possibility of your next steps forward, and the path is laid before you, and the path is laid for you to progress. The demonstration of love as you is not a challenge. It is a much easier way to be in the world than you can even imagine. But you lack practice, and you lack faith. You lack the belief that you know that you will be safe if you are the lover. Now, to be the lover does not demand anything in return from anybody. And if you think that love demands return, you are playing games with yourself. Love is its own reward, and love demonstrates itself as you in ways you will see and know. But the gift that you are given by love, by love, by love, is the gift of the kingdom. When you see with the eyes of the Christ, something begins to happen, which is the creation of heaven on earth in a way that you may perceive. Paul is asking, is this different than seeing the perfection in all men? Yes, it is, in a way. When you walk down the street and you witness everyone in their perfect place, their perfect sense of self, given the level of awareness that they have attained at this time, you are perceiving divine order. And you are perceiving the perception of truth in the balance and evolution of all things. When you move into conscious intention to love, you vibrate in a higher way to embrace and to lift. When you are judging, you do not love. When you are frightened, you do not love. When you see the one before you in their worth and as worthy of love, you heal. You gift them, and by gifting them, you gift yourself. We are the teachers here, and we are saying this because Paul is asking if we can stop soon. There is a pretty day out. It is a pretty day outside. We will say there is a pretty day outside every day you see love. Every day you witness the divine in the creations before you. Every day that you decide that you are worthy of seeing these things, they will be brought to you. Okay, so I know I'm like in one of the prettiest parts of our country. I'm outside of Aspen, Colorado, and I swear there's just beauty, beauty, beauty all around. We've had so many wonderful, awesome guests come into town and do the hikes and enjoy being outdoors. And I swear I've gone on so many hikes now, and one of my favorite sayings is galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. And I feel that every time I step outside. It's just so beautiful. The earth is so beautiful, and the world is just so beautiful. Regardless of what's going on, there's so much beauty and there's so much love all over. And I'm just so happy to be out here. So, man, yeah, I'm telling you, these books are changing my life. If you've read them and you feel the same way, put a comment down below. Let me know your experiences. Let me know if you've done the affirmations and the decrees, and let me know what your experience is of these books, because I just want to know. We're on this path together, and we are here to share our experiences. So I'm sharing mine, but I'd like to see what yours are. So put them down there. Okay. We are the teachers here, and we are saying this because Paul is asking if we can stop soon. There is a pretty day outside. We will say there is a pretty day outside every day you see love. Every day you witness the divine in the creation before you. Every day you decide that you are worthy of seeing these things. They will be brought to you. The decision that you make that life is hard, that there is no love for you, that mankind cannot be transformed, keeps you in static space. It keeps you from moving forward to the possibility of great change born in worth. So the dismantling of those things has been the work we have been attending to. As you dismantle a structure, you create the possibility of a new foundation. And in this case, the new man, the new woman that is born, that is ascended, that is transformed by her own worth, is the product of the effort we are all intending on your behalf. The requirements for change, we say, are very simple. I am making the choice to change. I am choosing to realign my vibration to love, and I am giving myself permission to relinquish those things that I have held dear that may no longer serve me on the path that has been laid before me. Those are the choices you make. As you make each choice, you are attended to in the level of worth that you have aligned to. That you have aligned to is key. When one of you has a long road ahead of you to claim the simplest sense of self-worth, you will be led there well. But you cannot claim what you cannot hold. And as we teach you to hold in your vibratory frequency, the level of awareness and justice and truth that may be manifested as you, the bells ring and your resonance, we say, is what claims you and your fellows in divine love. The song that we sing today, it is a perfect day, it is a new day, all things are possible, whether or not they may be seen, is for you to accept as so regardless of what you may think. The thoughts that you hold about what may be and what may not are what tether you to what may be and what may not. So this decision you make now to relinquish those things that would obscure love and consequently stop you from your own level of knowing of yourself as love is your expression and your teaching for this day. On this day, I choose to know my worth in love. On this day, I decide to know the worth of all in love, regardless of my previous perceptions of them. On this day, I know that all are worthy of love, and my sight, my expression affirms this every moment of my waking day. I know that this is so. I am word through this intention. Word, I am word. We have a plan for you, you know, and it is a good one, but you must attend to the teachings. As we leave you today, we will ask you one more thing. Tell one human being in your life that you love them, and align yourself to that as a frequency. When you do this, you will reap a benefit, and then you will go out and love the world. We thank you for your attentions today. Good night now. Stop, please. I love you guys. I don't even know who you are, but I know who you are. I know what you are. I know how you serve. I may never see your faces. I may never get to meet you in person, but I know who you are. I know what you are. I know how you serve. You are free. You are free. You are free. You are free to express yourselves in whatever way you are in your expression. Dye your hair purple. Shout out whatever you want to shout out. I know who you are. I know what you are. I know how you serve. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for anybody that joined this reading, that listened along, that left a comment, that subscribed, that just sent out a loving thought for the day. Go out and tell somebody you love them. I love you. I love everybody around me right now because I see the world in love. And I've been practicing that every day, no matter what is happening. My mother-in-law was watching the news yesterday, and I don't like the energy of the news. So instead of doing something, I put on headphones and put on some music that I love dancing to. And I was just in my happy state, dancing around, no matter what was going on in the background. It was not going to break my stride. Nothing's going to break my stride. I am in my loving, and I know who I am. I know what I am. I know how I serve. And I am here to share the word with you. So thank you. Thank you very much. I love you. If you have your experiences, please leave a comment below. Share them with me. I'll be putting out these videos for a while until I don't put out videos anymore. But I'll be reading this book, The Book of Knowing and Worth. And after this, I'll move on to the next book and we'll share some more experiences. So, yay. All right, guys. Thank you. I love you.